Well, today just turned a little bit interesting. Hi guys, so today we're going to do something a little bit different. I have actually driven out to Otley to do the Otley Cycling Club reliability ride, which is part of the Struggle reliability rides that they run every year. I'll put a link down below of this route and also the Struggle reliability rides, but it's a collection of about 10 rides in this area of Yorkshire. They're not too difficult. This one's going to have 3,000 or 4,000 feet of climbing over about 55 miles, so just under 100 kilometers. So it'll probably take about 3 to 4 hours. So I'm going to get the bike out and we'll set off. I'll stop along the way and do a bit of filming if I can.
Okay, we've made it on some quieter roads now.
Okay, we made it to Bolton Abbey. Just at the top here, it's closed to cars at the moment, which means they're all parked kind of along the road. It is busy and there is an insane number of cyclists here. So many more than at home. Yeah, as I was saying when I was handheld, I had to stop because I caught another cyclist up. Off the busy roads now, kind of, these are quieter roads. Still really busy though, with cyclists and cars and motorbikes and stuff. Everyone just wants to get out and enjoy the weather. Almost nearly got taken out by a Qashqai as well, which seems to be a sort of a daily occurrence. It seems the Qashqais are definitely the worst cars on the road. But c'est la vie, he swore at me as well, always good. Yeah, so weather is great and we're going to carry on up to Burnsall, I think. And then there'll be a bit of climbing. It's kind of climbing for the first half and then descending for the second half, but a bit lumpy in both directions. Another interesting thing that happened that I forgot to mention is the cyclist I caught up to when I was filming handheld and I had to stop, overtook him, and then about a mile later looked behind and he jumped on my wheel, which is kind of not on at the moment, is it? Tempted to cough a little bit, but we came to a little climb and managed to lose him somehow because he looked pretty fit. Maybe he's pretty fatigued, maybe he's at the end of his ride. But yeah, I kind of think that's not the dumb thing. I know that I've been avoiding jumping on anyone's wheel at the moment, even though it's really tempting. Okay, just had to stop at Bardon Bridge. Didn't even realise we're going to be coming this way, but we're here now. It is still so busy, but cyclists are getting a bit more friendly. I noticed in Otley and Ilkley that it seems like there's like a critical mass that's been reached to cyclists, that it's not really possible for everyone to greet each other anymore, which is really sad, but it's kind of expected because you can't be saying hi and waving to a constant stream of cyclists. But now it's a little bit rarer and people are a little bit more friendly, which is really good. Okay, I'm going to carry on to wherever this route's going to take me. All familiar roads though, I'll point out, because I actually used to live quite close to here and used to work in this place as well. So I'm pretty used to it around here.
Just got surprised by a 15% climb then. The terrain here is weird. It's like it just punches you in the face with a massive climb when you least expect it. Not massive, but steep and short, so it feels massive. But yeah, these are the views around here, which is pretty stunning, I'm sure you'll agree. There are also not many shops and stuff open. Because there aren't many shops here, that's why. But a lot of them are in the car parks and obviously they're not open. But that's not stopped people's entrepreneurial spirit. There are a couple of guys with a van full of Coke bottles and stuff back there. Really good, reminds me of travelling sort of in Asia and Eastern Europe. It's just what it's like out there. Finally found some quiet and flat. It's incredibly difficult to film handheld around here because the roads are just so technical. You're ascending or descending or just winding round lanes you can't see round all the time. Hey. As you can see, people are a lot more friendly now around here. Now it's quieter. One thing I did forget to say is I've done this ride a few times actually, or a lot of it. I used to ride with Madison Genesis, not professionally sadly. They used to put like a little social ride on for Volvo customers. Not that I was one, because they were sponsored by the local Volvo dealership. But my uncle was one. It's quite funny actually. So customers can pass this invite on to anyone they want. Every year I did the ride, there were basically no Volvo drivers there, which was quite funny. But yeah, sadly Madison are no longer with us, but that was a really good day. They used to take us out for a meal afterwards, get to talk to a few of their riders, get a few freebies and that. So yeah, really gonna miss that. So far it's been pretty headwindy, And I saw a flag, and it has been a headwind so far pretty much all the time.
Just went a little wrong there. But yeah, as I was saying, headwind. I saw a flag and it was sort of blowing towards the east from the west, and I seem to be heading mostly west so far according to my Wahoo map. So that's good. So that means tailwind home, which will be great. So I'm going to go up this hill now, which I think takes me over to Kettlewell. Okay, we made it to the beautiful little town of Kettlewell. This is it. This is end sort of midpoint of the ride. Got my ice cream for a little local ice cream shop, still open. Thank God for that. Yeah, so it's been really nice, and I'm going to head back now. I have no idea which way it's going. I think the route's going the reverse of what I thought it was going, so I think now we're going to go back on the sort of more main road to Burnshill, and then climb back up towards Bolton Abbey, and then back down towards Ilkley and then Otley. So it doesn't sound far when you put it like that. It is not far. It's like 26 miles or something. Well, today just turned a little bit interesting. As you can see, there's an ambulance behind me, and there was just a massive smash. I'm not filming the accident because I don't want to do that. But yeah, basically, someone started to try and overtake me on a blind bend in a silver 4x4, and then a van driver was coming the other way when they went through the bend. And I don't know what happened because I wasn't looking backwards, but I could hear the engine of the silver car, and the van driver tried to swerve, but it's narrow road, and yeah, there was a massive smash, and it smashed into each other. So there was a kid in the 4x4, he's in the ambulance now, and the driver from the van doesn't look great. Like, he's walking and everything, but he's limping, and he's hit his head on the windscreen, so that's not good. But yeah, so nothing I could do. I wasn't doing anything wrong. I had good road position, and the guy just shouldn't have been overtaking me on a blind bend. Yeah, so thank God it didn't happen just a few seconds later when I would have been sort of alongside the car. That would have been devastating. So yeah, it makes you think. I need to find out if the police still want me to say something to them. I've given them my details and told them what happened from my side, and then I'll finally crack on towards Burnshill. Okay, we made it to Burnshill. You can see the bridge in the background there. Still a nice day. Been reflecting a little bit on what happened back there, and I think when I get back to the car I'll do a little roundup of my thoughts. Alright, I'm going to carry on because that has delayed me by like an hour, and I kind of want to get back now. Okay, back from the ride, back by the car now. So before we do a bit of reflection, summary of the Yorkshire Dales. Still love cycling in this area, but it is really dangerous. As you can tell by the complete lack of any handheld footage, I just didn't feel it was safe enough to do footage handheld on these roads, because it's so technical and there's so much traffic. There's cars, there's tractors, there's motorbikes, there's other cyclists, there's pedestrians, and the roads are really narrow. And yeah, you've got all of them back where I live in North Yorkshire, in the wolds and in the moors, but you've got like a tenth compared to out here. It's just so packed. So yeah, this is kind of, on a nice day like today where the weather's good, this is almost cycling paradise, but it still doesn't beat the areas I live in because of how busy it is. Yeah, reflection. It was definitely the van driver was not at fault. The 4x4 driver that was on the wrong side of the road was definitely at fault. Everyone will agree with that. But yeah, so I think I've described the accident enough earlier. If not, then I'll say something later when I edit the video. But there's nothing much more to say. It was just something that happened. Luckily, it happened behind me. Like I say, I was holding quite good road position, so he didn't try to squeeze past too early, and that's really worked in my favour this time. Yeah, so I'm going to put the bike back, get some fish and chips, because there is a fish and chip shop just there, unless it's packed, and then I won't get any. Okay, thanks for watching. This has been a little bit more eventful than I was hoping for. I'll catch you in the next one.